If it wasn't
Eh,
for the women in your family, do you think you could have been groomed if it wasn't for their protection and they're adamant that they didn't
Oh
want you to be
yes,
involved?
without a doubt. I wanted to do it.
Wow. Without a doubt. Wow. That's powerful.
Without a doubt. I wanted to become a Mason. It's a magician's trick. And to prove that they're magicians, okay, you'll see some of the regalia here that I am going to show you right now. And first of all, you have the apron, okay, that everyone wears. But then you have the top hat. What does that top hat remind you of? A magician.
Mm,
What are they pulling rabbits out of? The white gloves, okay, that a magician would wear.
hmm
All right. The documents keeper with the lock on it. Okay. Of course, they have a Bible, okay, and other books, including the Scottish Rites, which you'll see here, written by Albert Pike. And then, of course, all the symbolism with the different rings, pins, and things of that nature. And they really only use this stuff in private.
mm.
Okay. And so
Is there a reason it's blue? Because from what I've seen, a lot of the aprons are white. Is that because they're in the Blue
different.
Lodge, the first three orders?
Exactly, exactly. You'll see white ones, you'll see red ones, you'll see blue ones, you'll see gold ones. Okay.
Okay.
But that's because of many different chapters. All right.
Okay.
Now, the magician's trick is to hide all this in plain sight. All right. So it's
Mm.
very, so it's easy for people to accept.
Guys, just while we're on this topic, I just wanted to round it up by just showing. I've turned my screen off, so hopefully you can see this a bit better now. Everyone will see it. Can you see how this person is dressed? So he's hoodwinked and he's got his leg
Yep.
exposed and his
Exposed.
nipple. Yeah. So
Yep. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna read just a bit about that for everyone so they can just, it's really important. I think people actually know what these people are doing at their meetings at nighttime. Like um so first of all, it says hoodwinked or blindfolded, and it's also important to say that this is a candidate that is being prepared for initiation just to the first degree. Okay, we're not
Mm-hmm.
talking about 33-degree babies in the back of the van. We're just talking about first degrees, just on his first meeting. So the
Right.
candidate prepared for initiation. Would you like to see your husband, father, or son like this? So they're hoodwinked and blindfolded. A 6-foot cable or noose is put around their neck. A
Mm-hmm.
dagger is pressed against the naked left breast.
Mm-hmm.
Right arm is uncovered, all metal removed, including the wedding ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's so dark. Left leg made bare and right heel slipshod. And it says here, Freemasonry initiations are humiliating affairs. All metal objects are removed, including any wedding ring. I wonder if they tell their wives this. The shirt is
Right.
unbuttoned to expose the left breast. The reason this is done is to ensure the candidate is a male, for no female is permitted to participate in the rituals in most lodges. The right sleeve is rolled up above the elbow, the left trouser leg is rolled up above the knee, and the right shoe is removed and placed with a slipper. A rope noose called a cable towel is placed around the neck, and the initiate is blindfolded. This blindfold is called a hoodwink. He is introduced by an officer called the Tyler as a poor candidate in the state of darkness. If this man is a Christian believer, then how can he be described as being in the state of darkness? Jesus Christ is the light of the world. So a true Christian cannot be in darkness. There is a spear, sword, compass, point, or small ritual dagger which pricks the left breast and is aimed at the heart. So this, I'm guessing, Mandy, is when they start doing like the heart, or when they start doing rituals around the throat, that's when they've now affected the throat chakra. They've done some kind of ritual on that energy spot, and then the heart.
Yeah.
I just wanted people. Oh, I've turned it off now. I just wanted people
All
to
right, all
see
right, all
that
right. Do,
because it's
do you know why they do that? It's a ritual representing death. You
yes,
have to die in
yes.
order to become a Mason. And that's what the oath is all about.
hmm
It's the exact opposite of being baptized.
Yeah, it's inverted, and I'm getting from what I know, the blindfold represents, Jesus. If you're a Christian, is the light of the world, but we're going to remove that, and we now, the Masonic Lodge, we're your light, and then when you take it off, we're now your leader.
So why do you think it's a common colloquialism that's kind of been forgotten, over the years of being hoodwinked?
Mm,
You mentioned it. Okay. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Hoodwinked, if you look it up in the dictionary, actually says to be fooled,
Wow.
that the Masons are
Yeah.
good people.
Yeah.
It's all a facade.
Let me ask you, Billy, because from what I'm aware, the first few levels of being a Mason, they accept all different levels of religious books. You could be a Muslim, you could come from a synagogue, and then to become a Mason. But how come specifically, if you know, when to be a Shriner, how comes it's so connected specifically with Muslims?
Well, I'm not sure exactly how it all comes to be, but whenever you read the Scottish Rites, okay, it is based off the teachings of Muhammad.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Infidels will be killed. Okay. All the stuff that goes along with that. If you find someone who's a non-believer, you must kill them. And that's what the Scottish Rites is based on.
But
Okay.
it sounds like they're kind of picking different parts of different religions and perceiving it the way they want to perceive it in order to justify their perspective that we're the cattle, that we're the goyim, and that they're higher and they're in the hierarchy. They're allowed to then justify killing us, and we're the infidels. So it's like they're picking a bit of this and a bit of that to justify their reasoning. Would you agree with that? Maybe
I agree with that. But whenever you're talking about religion, let's ask this: where did religion come from? Is it of God or is it of man?
I have heard Mormons claim that Freemasons must have stolen their ceremonies. Actually, the opposite is true. Joseph Smith Jr. and his brother Harim were both Freemasons for some time. Actually, the first 5 prophets of the Latter-day Saints Church were also Masons. I'll leave it at that. I think it's very important for people to realize the reason that I try and expose these things is because, like you just said, they go out and they look for vulnerable people. They look for people that want to find true Jesus or God, the people that really do want to find the light of Christ within them. And in a very satanic, dark way, they manipulate them, and they take their energy and their life force and their chi, and then they break them into the point where I can only assume, and maybe we can speak about what you know about what people are required to do in order to advance. They turn these men into savages and animals to the point where, you know, they're standing there hoodwinked. They've got their left nipple exposed to prove that they're a man. They have to have their ankle shown. They have to have a knife to their throat. They basically, and I know, Mandy, you remember when we was reading the books and we realized that the different levels they get, the first level, the second level, they're actually putting a spell on different organs in their body without realizing it.
That bit was shocking, Aaron, because they don't even realize these low levels, they're actually putting curses on their own family. Yeah. And it said on that video that incredible man done. I'd love to be able to contact him, by the way, and, you know, maybe come in on this conversation at a later date. But basically they could tell the level of like disabilities within a family or illnesses as to what level the Freemason was, who was the head of. So they're putting curses on their family, hence the bolt cutter, which is incredibly powerful, by the way. So their families, they're not allowed to speak about it. So where do they come from? When they must be saying or chanting things, because obviously they do things in threes on these magic spells. So what are they thinking when they're standing there? Then they must be saying it 3 times, or maybe I don't know, you know, in a ceremony. Then when they climb the ladders and they go up, do they all have to stand there and you know, chant something for this? But what they're doing is they're harming their own families, and that's despicable. That is despicable.
Exactly. Yes.
And what it seems like they're doing, Mandy, is this is what shocks me. It's just can't. But that's why I can't accept anyone, even if they're just a 1st degree Mason and they believe they're charitable. From what I've understood from my research, even the very 1st degree, there's a level of embarrassment that the man would have to go through in some kind of ritual, and they would also have to, like, you know, they're allowed to believe that all religious books are of equal stature, and it just blows me away. It's like what kind of man or what kind of person does this in order to hope, like, you know, win a bit more money for their company, you know, because that's what they believe at first.
Money, Aaron, and that's it.